help send a kid to Camp TaKumTA. John, one of those kids is in the studio with you this morning.
Well, I hesitate to call Shea McCaffrey a kid anymore. He's about my size. Shea, thanks for coming in this morning.
Yeah, no problem.
When you started coming here, do you remember how many years ago you were, or how small you were when you first started coming in here?
I was 7 my first year.
I think you were on a stool when you
first... I was pretty small.
So here you are back in the studio to talk about Camp TaKumTA. You're a sophomore. What high school do you go to?
I go to CVU.
Okay, CVU, or as they call it in Colchester, CV-Moo. And tell me a little bit about, first of all, your cancer experience.
Well, I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor when I was 7 years old.
Okay, on the kidney?
Yeah, left kidney, so they had to take that out. And it was all kind of a big blur for me with, like a relapse and dealing with just everything that cancer throws at you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I remember mostly from my cancer experience, just going through quite a lot of real rough times, but there are also some good times too.
It's crazy that we have 2 kids in our studio this morning, separated by geography, separated by age, both of whom had the same tumor and both of whom had relapses.
Mm-hmm.
And here they are to tell the story and tell the story of Camp TaKumTA. What does camp mean to you?
Well, I consider camp to be a second family, so it's really close to me. Just everybody there and the whole thing, just all of camp, it's so close to me and it means the world to me.
Is there a moment that you think back on when you first realized how special camp is?
I feel like, honestly, probably when I first got there. I remember my first year, we got off the bus and we went to the barn, the activities barn, and they always have a skit, and it was, believe it was Dr. Seuss.
Okay, yep.
Or something like that. And I just remember just when I sat down, somebody who I don't even know who they were. I don't remember, but they just came over to me and they put their arm around me. I was like, I don't know who you are, but thanks. And just from there, I just knew everybody there was just like amazing. So that's when I really realized that this is someplace I really like to be.
Yeah. And have you thought about the future after you graduate from camp in a year or two, coming back, or?
Yeah, of course. I'm definitely going to try. I hope I can, because I love camp, and I really want to come back.
You have to be on your best behavior for the next year or two.
Yeah. I mean, there might be a few pranks, but hopefully they don't consider that.
No, I think they consider that a positive, actually.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I know your mom, Becky's in here. Becky McCaffrey's also in the studio with us. And in the past, you've told us a little bit about, the perspective of being a mom of a little 7-year-old boy who you've discovered has a tumor on the kidney is a little different than his perspective, right?
Yeah. It's actually funny. This past year, he turned 16 this year, and it's been a sort of a self-realization year for him, where the impact of what he's been through has really started to hit him. And we'll talk, and he say, "Mom, I don't think you'll understand, but I get really nervous when I go back for checkups." And I just start laughing. I'm like, you get nervous?
Yeah. So your heart is in your throat, and
yeah. So it's as he approaches adulthood, it's really funny to start talking about things that I went through as a parent, which you'd never want to burden the kid with that, but it's quite an interesting shift in his maturity.
So when you first found out, how was he experiencing pain, or? It
was weird. He was completely asymptomatic. He didn't have anything. We were on a camping trip out in the middle of nowhere, and he was like, "Mom, what's this?" And I reached over. He's got this lump, big, under his rib cage on the left-hand side, and we were poking and prodding. I'm like, "Gee, I don't know." And so I mildly freaked out and found the highest hill so I could get a cell signal, and called my sister, who could get us a doctor's appointment for the next day. And a day later.
Hopefully she didn't go on WebMD right away.
I know. She at least, called it, and the nurse is like, "Well, does he have a fever?"
Right.
"It's fine, but we'll get you in for Monday." And Tuesday we get a cancer diagnosis, and, your world just, you're like, what? You absolutely, everything just shifts. You pivot. You're like, okay, we're new new direction here, and but the support of the hospital. The first thing that Dr. Homan says to us is, maybe we can still get him to camp this summer, you know, because it was a summer diagnosis. So he was ready to ship him off the camp right away because he knew how awesome it would be for his frame of mental, emotional state to get into the camp family as soon as possible.
Yeah, Dr. Homan's been incredible working with these kids. I mean, talk a little bit about the whole experience of going to the hospital and going up to Baird 5 and all the rest.
Oh, yeah, well, the first day, you get the diagnosis, and then within a half an hour, they're checking you into Baird 5 and handing you a pediatric oncology manual. I'm like, no,
Here,
I don't.
Here's some light reading while you wait.
Why do I want this? And they're showing you, well, and this is where the kitchen is. This is the Ronald McDonald room.
Right.
This is where you can take showers. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be here that long, am I? You know, and you know, it's all about me at that point. You know, Shea was getting tucked in. He was, you know, everyone is so nice and friendly, and just understanding that we were going to be there for a long time. They make you feel really welcome. So after you get over the initial shock, then, you know, you have another new family to hang out with at the hospital. So, but the staff is so knowledgeable and friendly. And Shea loves going, Mom, can we go visit Baird 5? And, you know, I'm mild PTSD when I think about the hospital, but we go back and visit all the time.
863-1051 or toll free from Vermont and New York, 1-800-501-9565. Shea, you still have a little bit more time, a couple more years at camp. Do you have, this is the most important thing, do you have a date for this year's prom yet?
Doesn't look like it yet. I guess we're going to find out, though.
All right, ladies, if you're listening right now, I got a single, strapping young man here who wants a date for the prom. Any hopes? Dreams?
I guess I kind of wait till the last second every year.
You're one of them.
Oh yeah,
okay.
I just straight up wing it. Like I tell myself I'm gonna.
Which reminds me, I got to start my Christmas shopping next week too.
I like first day of camp. I'm always like, I gotta get a date to the formal, and then I wait like either the day before, and like I think 2 years ago I asked someone the day of, and I was lucky enough to get a yes. So.
That's why I saw you sitting with that 7-year-old. That it all makes sense now. Well, it's a great place to go. I'm sure you have wonderful memories, but there's got to be one activity that you just can't wait to do first thing you get to camp every time.
I love the ropes course. I just love being there.
High ropes?
Oh yeah. I really challenged myself this past year there, so I kind of grew with the ropies more. You know, I became close with all of them.
Yep.
And I just really love being there just because the environment, and I really like going on like all the high structures and stuff. It's really fun. It's like a new type of thing for me.
Yeah. There's challenges at camp too, which is, you know, a lot of folks who are listening probably think it's just all arts and crafts and games down on the ground. But really, one of the secrets of making camp work for kids like yourself is to challenge them to do things that are outside their comfort zone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So along with doing the ropes course, is there anything else that really challenges you there?
I think probably just as the week goes on, there's always something new to do. And, you know, new challenges, you know, just come with new things.
Think about that, folks. If you're listening right now, we haven't talked much about Dina across the hall, but she has to come up with new things every year because these kids are sometimes with us for up to 10 years. And we got to make sure that they have a new experience every year for 10 years, plus winter weekends. You're doing winter weekend?
Oh, yeah. I love winter weekend.
What's your favorite thing of winter weekend?
I personally really love seeing all my friends and counselors as well who I haven't seen since the summer. And I also really love the skating rink. That's so fun to play broom ball on.
Yeah. Very good. Shea, Becky, thank you for coming in this morning. It's always great having you in here. I imagine you have to toddle off to school now, huh?
Did you say he turned 17 this year?
16
this year.
Yeah.
When does your license? Is he
This
going to be driving
Friday,
himself?
actually.
Are you taking your driver's test this Friday?
This Friday,
Oh,
yeah.
man, good luck with that. How about that? Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
So if you could do us a favor, just stay away from Joy Drive
Yeah,
because we're
is
going to
there
have a lot of
anything
people
we
coming
need to
in to
know
drop.
about his driving. Here?
Well, actually, he's a very good driver. I keep telling myself that
Yep.
so I can make it through the day. But no, he's an excellent driver.
It's always tough when the campers come back and drive themselves to the Camp TaKumTA-thon as they get older. You'll come back and see us too, right?
Yeah, maybe.